made a connection with the enemy. So we need another sound component. So we go right back out to designer view, come down, and we grab another sound. This is not going to be called sound 1. We're going to name this collide sound or collision sound, whatever you want. I'm just going to type in collide sound. And I'm going to source this to the sensor beep. Again, does this make sense? No, I don't want you to use the same files that I'm using, right? So I'm using stuff that doesn't make sense, but it still works. So my source is not none, it's going to be sensor beep, and I hit OK. And for the minimum interval, I'll type in 300 again. Remember, the minimum interval is just how long do you have to wait before it's allowed to play again. 300 is probably good. Now, if you pick a sound file that's quite long, like, I don't know, maybe you record yourself saying, "Ooh, you got me." That's a really long clip. If you have these objects flying around and you're making a hit like every quarter of a second, right? That's too long for you to say, "Ooh, you got me," right? It's going to overlap. So you probably want to find a sound that's very short, 200, 300, 400 milliseconds at the most, and use that for your collision sound. Again, you could just record something going, "Ow," or something like that, if you can't find anything on the websites that I give you in the Canvas page. All right, so now I have this set up. All I have to do is take the block and attach it to the correct place. So I go right back in the block view. I'm going to go find that collide sound and grab the play block. And then I just decide, where do I want to put this? All right, well, in addition to adding a point to my score and then showing that score in the label and relocating the enemy ball, what I'll do is I'll just snap this in so that it plays the sound as well. Now I'm going to snap it in again at the top so that it plays the sound and then it adds the point to the score. But this would have also worked if I brought it down here at the bottom. All right, I just wanted to play the sound first and then do everything else. All right, so we've done a couple things. It's always a good idea when you complete a big step like this to go test it out. I probably should have tested out the end of game sound first just to make sure that that works, and then test out separately the collision sound. Because when you build your game, if you do like 5 really important steps and then you test it and it doesn't work, you're going to maybe be confused. Like, where did I make the mistake? Was it step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5? It becomes a lot harder to figure out what went wrong. So anytime you do a big step like this, test it out and then move on to the next step. All right, but I'm pretty sure we did these 2 correct. So let's just test it out. All right, so what I'm hoping is every time